When they sit you down and tell you that, it's surreal. It's almost an out of body experience. Kieran was diagnosed with hepatoblastoma on Valentine's Day 2019.
We went into the diagnosis and hit chemo right away, and had the liver surgery done in May of 2019. And then we completed that chemo and we hit the gong and everything. And unfortunately, 5 months later, it came back into his lungs. So we had his second surgery in January of this year, 2020. And he started another round of chemo, which unfortunately didn't work. So we finished that treatment and moved on to his third surgery, which happened in June 2020. And then today is the last day of his most recent chemo.
You almost lift away and watch the situation happen, and you're stunned, deer in headlights.
Yeah, it didn't feel real.
Yeah, and Kieran just turned 2, and they don't know what's happening. So trying to fight back the tears and be strong for them was difficult.
It was so overwhelming and it was so much information that we didn't really know even what to do, because we have the social worker coming in, we have the oncologist coming in, we have the pediatric surgeon coming in. We have all these different types of people telling us different situations.
Yeah, the amount of people coming in and out of the room, it's hard to even make sense of what's going on, period, in a situation like that.
Yeah.
Let alone all this other stuff just coming at you. With childcare and Renee being a parent that's been through it, just that understanding of not trying to say the right thing or the wrong thing or even trying to help at all, but just the emotional support outside of everything else that has to get done was big.
Yeah. Renee was a very constant figure that was there. So it's been wonderful that way, that she's our support system for sure.
The fact that first day right off the bat, here's some meal vouchers so you don't have to worry about where you're eating or how much it's going to cost, especially when you're eating out constantly. It adds up. Hospital food's expensive. A big one that people don't think about is a parking pass. Do the calculation of $12 a day or whatever their monthly passes are. We've been at this for 21 months. So the financial burden is something that you don't think about. And having that relief was huge.
We're a single income family of 4. We're budgeting as it is, right? And then when you have a child that's sick, that you have to pay extra things for, and if you add it all up, it's a significant amount of money that we just didn't have. Childcare helped us through that, and we can't thank them enough for that.
Speak as from a situation of a person who hates asking for help. The fact that you don't have to is a huge relief right off the bat.
I wish that more people knew what significant impact it does make on families like ours.
So those tiny little meal vouchers and parking and little tiny things that people don't think about made it possible for us to have a normal life outside of it.
Mm-hmm. I just think that if people realized what you guys have done or ChildCan has done for, in everybody's everyday life with dealing with childhood cancer, so that we aren't worrying about money or gas or whatever, we're focusing on our child. And that's the most important thing. Even the fact that research is going to be helped and stuff too is another thing that we didn't mention.
Yeah.
To have more research to figure out what actually works in these scenarios would be more beneficial, because you could be putting kids through more trauma than needed, right?
Hopefully that will help prevent another family going through what we went through.